Well, you know, I must have a guest in the studio this morning because you know that music. And you know what? I have 4 guests this morning. I am just so thrilled to introduce you to a lady by the name of April Floyd, who's a writer, a producer, a director, and she wrote the book Unique, which is developed into a trilogy now. Good morning, April.
Good morning.
It's great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, just delighted to have you here. And then we also have with her Jennices Omega.
Peace and blessings, everybody. It's my birthday. Good morning.
Happy birthday!
Happy
What
birthday.
a fun way to celebrate it. Be on the radio.
All us unique girls, right?
That's it. All the unique girls. And
Yes, I am Sonya Miller.
oh, you're Sonya.
Yeah, Sunny.
Sunny.
Yes.
There we go.
The
Now I've got
PR
Sunny.
and media for FEG Entertainment Group.
I love it. And so it's Raylin who's
He's
taking pictures over here.
He's an actor, photographer, also.
The quiet male among us. You are outnumbered, sir. And then we have one more guest.
Yes, we have Miss Andrea Champ. She is the executive producer of the I Am Unique movie.
Real champs.
Good morning, everyone.
Andrea, it's wonderful to meet you, and thank you for being here.
And thank you for inviting us.
Oh, it's great. Now, I first learned about you all, and of course your book, through a press release that you are having not only lots of excitement about the book, but that you're actually turning this into a film.
Yes, we have
That's
several
thrilling.
things going on. It started with the novel. And it proceeded on for us to, we started out wanting to do a pitch trailer for the actual film. But after the pitch trailer and all of the excitement around it, it actually turned into a movement because of all of the response from the audience and how the information affected their lives. So it's a film, a movement, and it's we are getting ready to do a 7-city tour starting in May.
Wow, that's a lot of planning and effort.
Yes.
Yes, and unless anybody's ever toured before, that's a mouthful.
It is.
It truly is. And tell us how this whole thing just bubbled up within you.
Well, I was writing a novel entitled The Look of Love. This was at the beginning. And at the time, we had those box computers.
Ah, yes.
And lightning hit my house.
Uh-oh.
It was plugged in, and I lost my novel. So at that point, I didn't want to write anymore. I was so upset by it. I didn't know how, how to save the data to make sure that it didn't happen again. But once I met my husband, Eddie Floyd Jr., which is also the son of legendary blues singer and writer Eddie Floyd.
Really?
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
And after meeting him, he came and he was like, "You need to write." He's like, "You're a writer, so you need to write." And that's how Unique was born. And so I began to write another story that was so dear to my heart. Because of my children, I understood what the struggles were. And because of my profession as a school bus driver with special needs children, I really got the insight of it, and it just nudged at my heart until it was written on paper. But I did not expect the outcome to be so moving towards other people's lives, and that's what
did it.
That's what did it.
When you first took that step to try and put it on paper, what was it that convinced you, yeah, I got to do this?
It was after seeing my son. It was my youngest son. I was a little bit reluctant to put it out there. But after seeing my son's struggles, I was like, it was a lot of people out here. This needs to be talked about. It cannot no longer be hidden. Someone has to bring these things out where it's freely talked about, and I wanted to be that person.
Yeah. Was it along the lines of children being essentially isolated and hurt by unkind words and thoughts?
It was families hiding their loved ones that were disabled and that were challenged with some form of illness. And it was that lit the fire under me to do something further, to actually address this issue. It was the constant seeing this over and over again, children that have wonderful talents, and those talents not being able to be expressed because the parent don't want them to be in the light because they're afraid someone will make fun of them or and things like that. So that's what really started me to realizing that I need to get this information out there, and I need to be a person that let the world know that differences shouldn't be hidden, that they should be embraced and loved
and celebrated.
Yes, and that 1 out of 5 persons have some form of disability. That's almost all of us. So
Yes.
why are we hiding?
Yeah. What are we hiding?
And what are we hiding?
Do you think sometimes that maybe families tend to do this because they're afraid that they would be judged or condemned by somebody else? Like, you must have done something bad to have a child who's disabled.
Some of that, but I think it's more of an embarrassment. Like they either they don't want their children hurt, or they're embarrassed by it themselves, and they have not come to terms with that.
Yeah. That's you had such wonderful words to say about Shriners Hospital and what all they've done. And would you share with our audience just a little bit of that?
Sure. Shriners Hospital and the ARC program and MRDD services were 3 of the resources that I used to get through my life with my children. And I was able to refer those services out to other families that were dealing with the same situations that I had.
One of my youngest, I think my youngest son, had about 8 or 9 surgeries.
Holy cow.
And in that, they were like angels to me. They helped me. And when I needed it, and when I needed to break the ARC program, they helped me. And so those resources out there makes me want to also do something to develop resources for people that's looking for help. And that's the reason why I'm starting my foundation.
And the UPSL Foundation stands for Unique People Specialized Foundation that I've started.